This is a 1974 Dodge Monaco, just like the car that was seen in, well, the Blues Brothers, Roscoe's Police Car, and, well, a whole lot of others 70s and 80s movies. And, well, we're going to change the oil on this piece of crap. This is a Chrysler Dodge 360. It's not the 440. I know, people complain that it's not the 440, but this is the motor you're going to find in the Dodge Monaco, the Plymouth Fury 3, the New Yorker, all of these C-bodies, all these cars, they all have this very common motor. It's actually a pretty reliable motor. This thing, well, it's as old as I am. It's 45 years old. I was born in 1974. I think fires up and runs great. If you saw my previous video that I just did on this thing, fired up. We did the one-wheel peel out in the parking lot, smoked it up, and it's ready to rock and roll. But I don't know how long it's been since the oil has been changed, so we're going to go ahead and change the oil. And it's really not that interesting to change the oil on this car, but people just seem to love to watch us do oil changes. And this car just takes regular old 10W30 and a pretty common oil filter. It's pretty easy to get to, but we're going to show you what the bottom of one of these looks like. And quite frankly, if you want to see the bottom of one of these cars, all you got to do is watch the Blues Brothers. They rolled a whole bunch of them. Matter of fact, they hold the record for wrecking the most amount of cars in a movie, only surpassed by Blues Brothers 2000, which wrecked even more cars. I gotta be honest, I've never actually seen Blues Brothers 2000. I kind of refused to watch it. I remember just seeing it and I was just like, I'm not gonna watch it. It's sort of like Star Wars. As soon as I saw Jar Jar Binks, I was like, I'm out. I left. How many bozos does it take to change oil over here? You got like, yuck, 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 wow, wow, wow.
Well, that being the case,
it's like the
take turns twisting on it then.
Got me some iron brew. I'll be in Edinburgh next week. I'll be in Manchester, England, coming up. I leave this weekend. So by the time you see this video, I'll be on my way out there. Keep an eye on my Facebook page, Videobob Moseley or Bob's Prop Shop. Of course, here on YouTube, and I'll be mentioning where I am. We're going to go to Edinburgh, Manchester. It's going to be awesome. Hey, where's my big, super cool flippity-floppity splash pan that I bought? We probably should have ran this thing first. It's going to take forever. This oil is cold. Wow, it's black. Texas tea. Yeah. Wow. Ooh, and it smells like gas. There's gas in the oil.
That would be why possibly why I was smoking the way it was.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, just from sitting.
Yeah, there's a. That's true. There is no catalytic converter. How about a wrench for this? You're going to use that black wrench?
Yeah.
I guess we could use that. That is a big filter. The light is not helping. I can see it. I just can't see with the light on my face. Do you see the light? This is the problem with a diagonally mounted oil filter. It's going to be full of oil. Which is why I really like the design of the newer cars that have the upside down cartridge that's on the top of the motor. What do you guys think? My mechanic friends, you can post down into the comments and give us your opinions. Why would there be gasoline inside the oil? But yeah, there's a lot of a bad gas smell coming out of the oil. I think we're going to end up doing 2 oil changes on this thing. We're going to put fresh oil in. We'll add some detergents, maybe some mystery oil, little Berryman's, a couple other cleansers. We're going to clean this motor out. We've got a lot of carbon buildup and a lot of age in there, a lot of sludge. It's a good motor. It's got good bones. It's got good compression. Thing starts right up. It's got good torque. It's just got a lot of goo in it. So we're going to put a oil change in it, a couple of engine cleansers, and then we're going to go ahead and drain it again. Not in this video, but we'll do it again before we're ready to rock and roll it. What is that amazing perfume you're wearing? Oh, it's 10W30. I think it was Gwyneth Paltrow. Is that her name? Started the candle that smells like her vajayjay. I'm gonna start a candle that smells like oil and gas. Remind you of being in the garage. They put this nice, what is this? It's a torsion rod they put right in the middle of this thing. Oh, and it leaks.
Directly onto the exhaust.
Yeah, the oil drips directly onto the exhaust. So now it's gonna smoke like a hippie at a Willie Nelson concert.
Part of the charm, though.
They broke my watch. So are you a fan of the Blues Brothers? Down in the comments below, I want you to put your favorite line from the movie. We'll see who wins. We'll see which one is the most popular. Because there's so many great sound bites. I mean, you know, there's the long ones, like it's 106 miles to Chicago. You got those. But some of the little quick ones, the really, really small ones, are the ones that we say around here all the time. Of course, and as usual, I'll have to take an IOU. We've done about 6 of these, or 7 of these Bluesmobiles so far. And all of them have gone out of the country. Every single one of them have shipped overseas to Italy and France and England, UK, Australia. Except for one. One that remains as a signpost up on a pole on Route 66 in Joliet, Illinois. So if you ever go by the Pops gas station across from the Speedway over on Route 66, Joliet, and see the Blues Brothers car hanging out up there on the pole, well, we did that. It's been seen by millions of people. And when John Landis, the director of the Blues Brothers, came to town, he's actually part of the Dallas Film Commission. Well, we were there, me and my buddy Paul Andrews. You've seen in my other videos. We were there with his Bluesmobile. We got to hang out with John, and John's a super nice guy. He loves his fans. He really, really does. And he was so impressed that I told him that I was the one that built that car up on the pole. He took down my name and address, and he mailed me a little care package, a box. And he sent me some screen-used items from the Blues Brothers, a couple of patches. One of them was a patch from the prison, and one was from the Lake Wazipamonte Police. And a long handwritten letter. And how many is that? I'm not counting.
There's about 3.
Okay. And anyway, super duper nice guy. So you know what's happening this year? We have the anniversary, the 40th anniversary of the Blues Brothers. We're going to be celebrating that here in Dallas, and I'll reveal more about that later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I happen to know that Dan Aykroyd's going to be coming to town. Happen to know that our Blues Brothers car, the Bluesmobile, is going to be there with him. And we'll be there with John Landis doing some screenings of the movie. Probably with our buddies over at Alamo Draft House. I'm not sure. We'll see. But stay tuned if you're a Blues Brothers fan. Make sure to subscribe because there's going to be some great Blues Brothers stuff happening this year. Not to mention Ghostbusters. So we're going to be spending a lot of time with Dan Aykroyd this year. This right here is Marvel Mystery Oil. No one really knows what's in it. It's a mystery. And we're just going to put a splash of that in here. Okay, that's enough. So right now we have a local fuel tank right here. Yeah. Not going to get far with that. Probably around the block. Come on, dude. Started right up. I can't see the... There it is down there. This reminds me of my wedding night. I had the same problem. Man, I barely got the tip of this stick wet. Also, like my wedding night. I'm sure people are going to be commenting how my belt buckle and chain are scratching the side of the paint.
Absolutely found was
I'm not taking any, precautions with this car because, quite frankly, look at it. It's going to be stripped down to metal and repainted. So I'm not really trying to be careful. I don't really care. You know, like if I scratch it, who cares? Yeah. You like that? Don't ever do that to a car. Actually looks cooler now. You could probably fill this thing up with donut grease and it would run fine. The engine is properly protected with all this mud. Fire this sucker up. Wow. Man. Got a little vacuum leak. This thing fires right up. That's all the oil burning off of that pipe. All this oil, this is all the oil burning off that spilled all over the exhaust manifold. All right, well, our plans for this car, we're gonna turn this into the Blues Brothers car. It's gonna be painted the proper black and white with the rusty spots put on. We're gonna have to grind off all of these mounts for the trim, fill in those holes. We're gonna lay the graphics on through layers of paint. A lot of the Blues Brothers guys that build these cars, they're really lazy about it and they just put vinyl graphics on. Now what we do is we use the vinyl graphics but as stencils. So we take the letters and reverse them. We'll make a stencil. We'll paint the, you know, like In God We Trust, or Protect and Serve rather. And then we'll sand it back off again using Scotch-Brite so that it has that authentic look and feel. The interior is green. Now the original car had a tan interior in the movie. We're going to remove the entire interior, all of it, everything, take it down to metal. The seats are going to be recovered in a nice tan vinyl. Everything else is going to be repainted, recovered, new headliner put in. Then we'll weather it a little so it looks a little dirty. You don't want it to be too clean. We'll decorate the dash with the Chesterfield cigarettes and the old beer cans and the paper straws and all the stuff that you just saw in the film. It'll have all the graphics down the side. And when we're done, it'll look exactly like the Bluesmobile from the Blues Brothers. Now this car has already got an owner. It's already been sold before it even showed up. I've got a waiting list of people waiting for these cars worldwide, so please don't ask me, how much is it? Can you have it? No, you can't. In the 10 years that I've had the shop open, we've only found one of these every 2 years or so. So they're pretty difficult to find, and they're getting more difficult to find. And this one actually, this car has pretty good bones. It's not too rusted out. Usually we find them, the whole entire rear quarters are gone. That just seems to happen a lot. But these motors are pretty reliable, as you can see. This thing runs. And really, I don't think we're going to do much to it. We're going to give it a regular tune-up, clean it up a little bit, get it tuned to running a little bit better, fix some of that exhaust leak so that you can breathe. And it's going to be a great car. So if you're a big fan of the Blues Brothers and all these other movie cars, it's really important that you subscribe, turn on your notifications, and please share this video with your other friends. In the meantime, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in Manchester, England. I'll be at the Opera House on the 20th for the Back to the Future musical. We'll be having a big fan meet and greet at a little pub before the show. So make sure to check out our Facebook page, Videobob Moseley or Bob's Prop Shop, for where we're going to be. How's my hair? My ass look fat in these jeans? All right. Check the moose knuckle. There we go. Fat.